2020.
It was a long, tedious process to amend the 1999 Constitution. It took the Ninth Assembly nearly 3 years of drafting, discussions with civil society organizations, legislative activities and negotiating with state parliaments. It finally culminated on March 17 when President Buhari signed 16 out of the 35 constitution amendment bills sent to him for assent. Some of the bills he assented to deal with devolution of powers and promote true federalism. They include to provide for the financial independence of state houses of assembly and state judiciary, to move the item railways from the exclusive legislative list to the concurrent legislative list, to allow states to generate, transmit and distribute electricity in areas covered by the national grid, to require the president and governors to submit the names of persons nominated as ministers or commissioners within 60 days of taking the oath of office for confirmation by the Senate or State House of Assembly. Some Nigerians applaud the passage of these constitutional bills, which they say will boost the economy.
When we have private sector initiative into power generation and distribution, it helps the areas that they concentrate on to be able to enjoy uninterrupted power supply and also to be able to do their business to the fullest.
I think it's actually a very significant law for changing the constitutional dimension of this business. But the impact on supply, impact on financing, impact on expansion of capacity is not going to be driven because of a new law.
Lagos State Governor Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu is particularly pleased with President Buhari's assent to the constitutional bill, which allows states to generate, transmit and distribute electricity. He says the bill will create a Lagos electricity market, leading to increased access to electricity, investments and job opportunities. States like Akwa Ibom, which has been given license by the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission for independent power distribution, would also be cheery over the assent to this constitutional bill. For a legal practitioner, the bill to provide for the financial independence of state houses of assembly and state judiciary is a step in the right direction.
Our judges still take notes on their longhand instead of employing the services of stenographers to help them not just fast-track the cases before them, but also allow them the liberty of evaluating witnesses without having to write down every word that comes out from the mouth of the witness.
While President Buhari assented to 16 constitution review bills, he rejected 19 of the bills which the National Assembly sent to him. Some of the bills not assented to include a bill to summon the president and governors of states to answer questions on issues on which the national and state houses of assembly have the powers to make law, to require the government to direct its policy towards ensuring rights to food and food security in Nigeria, to move airports from the exclusive legislative list to the concurrent legislative list, to establish the Office of the Accountant General of the Federal Government separate from the Office of the Accountant General of the Federation.
If they can afford to build an airport and it makes economic sense for them with their financing, they could go ahead. But the job of the federal government would be to exercise regulatory authority to ensure safety, ensure that those airports meet standards.
The 9th National Assembly did not include the creation of state police in this round of constitution review, a situation which some Nigerians have questioned.
The 9th Assembly did venture into a lot of security sector reform bills and motions and resolutions. But up to now, most of these bills are still crawling. They are yet to get to the second chamber for concurrence, and I foresee a situation where they might not see through before the end of this administration.
Senate President Ahmad Lawan has announced that the upper chamber will constitute a committee to examine why President Buhari did not assent to 19 constitutional bills. Time is, however, of the essence to unravel the reason behind his refusal and further engage the president on this matter, as the 9th Assembly is in its final days. Linda Akibe, Channels Television News.